In section 16, we will go through adding a data connection as a table type to the SmartList Builder setup. Data connections are predefined SQL views for the most common fields and tables used in Microsoft Dynamics GP. The data connections you will find available in SmartList Builder are designed to mimic the default SmartLists and the default Excel reports that are shipped with Microsoft Dynamics GP. The go-to feature in SmartList Builder cannot be used with data connections if the data connection is your main table. This is because of the way they are set up in SQL. But because they are technically a SQL view, you can add them using the SQL Server table option if you'd like, and then the go-to would work for you if you wish to do it that way. The data connection table option is not available by default. It does require you to set up the data connection security in SmartList Builder before you can use it. So let's take a look at creating a SmartList Builder setup with data connections. If you're familiar with the default Excel reports that Microsoft ships, you know that they have a data connection with them. And that data connection is what the connection to SQL Server is. Well, with SmartList Builder, we've taken each one of those data connections and built it in as a table type so that you can pull in the starting setup of those Excel reports and use them in SmartList Builder. Before you can add a data connection as a table type, you need to make sure you've given security, and this is done by going to Microsoft Dynamics GP, Tools, SmartList Builder, Security, Data Connection Security. In this window, you'll see your companies, and you need to mark the company that you want to give security to a data connection for, and then over in the right-hand side, you'll see all the data connections available. This list will change based on the products you have installed. I'm just going to order this by a data connection name so we can quickly find what we're looking for, and we'll keep doing the account transactions, so we're going to mark that data connection. We want that same kind of list we've been building out in other options as a data connection now. So with that marked, I'll say OK, and if you want that data connection in multiple companies, you would need to grant it in each company. The way we did it, it will only work in the Fabricam company. So now we're going to launch SmartList Builder. And we'll just call this account data. And we'll just put data on the end so that we know it's coming from that data connection. And we'll put it in the financial series. Now when we go to the Add Table button, we see data connections. Again, that won't show unless you've given access to at least one data connection in the company you're logged into. So we'll pick data connection, and then you see all the products available. Again, this will change based on the products you have installed. We'll pick GP. The series is financial. And then the data connection is that account transactions one. You're only going to see data connections in here that you've given access to. So if you hit a series and there is no data connection available, you haven't given access to any in that series. So we'll pick account transactions and click Save. And it'll add that account transaction data connection to SmartList Builder for us. Looks very similar to when we use the account transaction SmartList table type. They're basically going to be the same thing, just two different types of ways you can add it. And now the difference between the SmartList and the data connection is that we don't get any default fields marked. The SmartList did that, the data connection does not, so we need to mark what we want for our default fields. So we'll just pick a couple here, and that's good enough. We're going to save this and launch SmartList and say yes to apply our changes. And now in the financial series, we're going to see that account transactions data, and we get basically the same data we've been looking at through all the different options, building it a little bit different way using that data connection. So what's the benefit of the data connection over the others? If you want to mimic that default Excel report, the data connection is the way to go. If you're trying to mimic the default SmartList, that would be the way to go, or you can build it with GP tables if you know the tables you need. It's just a matter of what type of data you have available to you and what's the best table type to use for that data. Please complete exercise 20 at this time. When you are done, continue with section 17. If you'd like to see exercise 20 completed by me, please play the section 16 exercise review.